halftime, Irv and Dick will have the plays of the year. And a program reminder for those of you in Los Angeles, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Milwaukee, Buffalo, and other cities. The NFL on CBS will continue at 4 Eastern Time with our coverage of the Packers and the Cardinals. And we'd like to take this opportunity to say welcome to WKXT TV. That's Channel 8 in Knoxville, Tennessee. And we welcome then to a CBS network family today. For most of you, kickoff time is just moments away. We'll see you back here at halftime. Happy holidays, everybody.
If you love mystery.
He's been frozen for 35 years.
You're going to file a report accusing my husband of murder?
A very chilling Murder, She Wrote. Then, remember that crazy bunch you grew up with?
Those kids were terrific.
It's time to see them again.
That sounds perfect.
To share the fun and the festivities, the laughter and the love.
Everybody came back.
Join the celebration when the gang you grew up with comes home for the holidays. It's a very Brady Christmas tonight.
This is CBS.
It seems that a car of this class only comes along once in a generation. The Acura Legend. Already a legend in only its 3rd year. From Road and Track magazine to Motor Trend, even the Wall Street Journal, the message is always the same. A truly superior car in every way. It's #1 in customer satisfaction again this year. I'm Gary Force, your Acura dealer. I hope to see you soon in a Legend test drive at Gary Force Acura in Nashville.
World Bazaar invites you to shop the world this Christmas. Choose from baskets, potpourri, brass, porcelain dolls, and rattan furniture, all priced at direct importer prices. Candles, incense, posters, silk greenery, enamelware, and hundreds of other unusual gift items. Why not give a truly unique gift from around the world? 2 locations, Rivergate and Hickory Hollow Mall. World Bazaar, the marketplace of the world.
Rivergate Mall, the best time of year.
It's Christmas time. The smiles are getting bigger, the handshakes are lasting longer, and people are genuinely nicer this time of year. Some people wait all year to experience the feelings of warmth and caring that come with Christmas, but others have it all year long. Join me for a very special Eyewitness News Focus 5 report and meet the people who truly have the spirit of giving.
An Eyewitness News Focus 5, tomorrow at 10.
Hope Hines, Eyewitness News.
Star State for today's game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. This is a game obviously with playoff implications for the Eagles. If the Giants lose to the Jets and the Eagles beat Dallas, then Philadelphia wins the division title in the NFC East. Now, if the Giants win this afternoon and the Eagles win as well, Philly needs help. Philadelphia takes the wild card if New Orleans and San Francisco both win. And there's one more scenario. If the Eagles lose, they can still make the playoffs, but the Rams and Saints both have to lose as well. And hello again, everybody. I'm Tim Brand along with Hank Stram, and happy holidays to all of you from all of us at CBS. And Hank, Philadelphia's favored in this game, but they haven't swept Dallas since 1964. Can they do it today?
I think they can, yes. I think they've got a great chance to do it. They just have to play like they're capable of playing. I think the important ingredients of this game, Timmy, is going to be recognition and emotion. Recognition over the fact that you got to recognize the 8-man front and be able to make big plays. Emotion, be able to sustain the emotion. Dallas might do that for about 8 or 9 minutes. The trick is to play the whole game that way.
How about the Cowboys now? Beat Washington last week. Can they beat Philadelphia?
Oh, I think they can beat anybody if they play like they're capable of playing. You know, the better team doesn't always win, Tim, and that's the case here this afternoon. I think it's going to be a very emotional game. I think it's going to be a big play game. I think we're going to see a lot of scoring and a lot of excitement here this afternoon.
All right, Hank, it's a perfect day in Irving, Texas. Sunny skies, temperature expected to reach in the upper 60s. Philly's not been a fast starter this year, and they'll be on defense first. Philadelphia will be kicking off as you look at Luis Zendejas, and the kick returners for Dallas will be Darryl Clack and Cornell Burbage, and Burbage has been playing extremely well for the Dallas Cowboys. We're all set and ready to go. Burbage is second in the NFC, his longest 53-yard return. He's got a 22.4-yard average. There's been a lot written this week about this rivalry, specifically the recent feud between Tom Landry and Buddy Ryan. Allegations by both aimed at the other for running the score up. And we're underway. A short kick taken by the up man at the 20 and returned to the 32-yard line. That's Darrell Smith, and he's a tackle. A 13-yard return. Not exactly the way you would expect this game to start. Tackle made by Scott Curtis. And it'll be first down Cowboys there. Statistically, the defense for Philadelphia has not been strong. As a matter of fact, it's 28th defensively in the league, but they are a big play defense. We do expect an awful lot of shifting, and we see that right away from the Cowboys. First down at the 33-yard line. Hershel Walker right side bangs his way across the 35 to the 37-yard line, and Mike Pitts makes the tackle there. Steve Pelleur and his numbers, and he's been coming on strong since being benched earlier for Kevin Sweeney. And the defense that he'll be facing is the one we just talked about. A big play defense led by Reggie White, who was just named to the Pro Bowl. Plays the nose in the 46 defense, and he'll be outside. Joyner, Reichenbach, and Bell are the linebackers in the secondary. Young, Allen, Hopkins, and Waters. Secondary, which has given up 23 touchdown passes, but has 29 interceptions. Fowler and Walker now are the setbacks for Pelleur. Play action. Pelleur with plenty of time and has this ball batted up in the air, and Dallas gets it back complete and maybe even gained a yard on it. That was Nate Newton that got it. It was almost intercepted.
The old ricochet shot. There was pretty good protection on the play, too. Really, it wasn't bad at all. The fake was not especially good. You see the rush. Two guys on Reggie White. The ball bounces up in the air and is intercepted, or I should say caught, by Nate Newton, number 61.
And Newton was shaken up on the play. It was batted away by Mike Pitts. He's the Philadelphia Eagle that got a hand on it, and Newton made the big play. 6'3", 314-pounder out of Florida A&M, Nate Newton. Bench presses 500 pounds.
You know, that's the great thing about getting penetration and then putting your hands up. That's exactly what Pitts did on the play.
Third down and 4 for the Dallas Cowboys. Bob White replaces Newton in the offensive line. Shotgun formation for the Cowboys now. Pelleur double pumps, has pressure, throws it incomplete. It was intended for Kelvin Martin, and it looked as if he took his eye off of it, Hank.
That's the way it looked. He should have caught the ball, really. He was wide open in the flat. Looks like he ran an option route out into the flat area. Option meaning that he has a choice of going inside or outside. He went outside, but just dropped the football.
Mike Saxon on to punt it away on 4th and 4. He's 5th in the NFC in punting, and Mark Konechny is deep for the Eagles. Konechny has a 7-yard per return average. This is a high tail wagger, and Konechny will fair catch it at the 21-yard line. 40-yard punt, no return as you look at Randall Cunningham. Cunningham was less than sharp last week against Phoenix, but he's responsible for 74% of the Eagles' total net yards offensively. And the Dallas defense, Ed Too-Tall-Jones, Kelvin Brooks. Behind Kevin Brooks is Danny Noonan and Jim Jeffcoat. Burton, Lockhart, and Cobb are the linebackers, and the secondary has been suspect. Walls, Williams, Downs, and Bates. 9 interceptions in 15 games. You can expect changes in that secondary for next year for Dallas. First Cunningham pass is complete, and it'll be a first down to Chris Carter. Gain of 13.
Chris Carter wide open in the flat, Tim. A good angle, nice soft touch by Cunningham, and a good way to start the contest for the Philadelphia Eagles.
He was knocked out of bounds by Everson Walls. The rest of that offensive talent, Cunningham, Byers, and Tony are the setbacks. Quick and Carter, the wideouts, and Keith Jackson, the all-pro rookie. Darwin Alexander, Remington Baker, and Heller up front. Byers and Tony now the setbacks. On first down, the give inside to Tony, and his cutback maybe gets a yard. That's about it. Good close on the defense by Dallas.
Number 63, the right guard, Ron Baker, on this draw play was looking for somebody to hit, but he doesn't manage to get much contact at all on the play. There you see him. He gets one, then he gets a piece of another one, but he goes through the hole, and Burton finally comes in there and makes the tackle.
It'll be second down and call it 8 for the Eagles. Carter and Quick are the wideouts. Cunningham with time throws underneath, has the completion to the 41-yard line to Andrew Toney. And Tony's up at the 41, taken down by Michael Downs.
You know, one thing that you have to look for, Tim, when you play against a quarterback like Cunningham, the defense is a little bit cautious. They're under control because they're worried about the scramble of Cunningham. So as a result, something suffers, and it's the pass rush. And in that particular case, why the Dallas Cowboys didn't provide much of a rush at all with their front four.
Nate Newton has a jammed knee. He may or may not return. 7 defensive backs now for the Cowboys on 3rd down and 3. Cunningham again throws underneath, incomplete. It was intended for Carter, but good coverage by Michael Downs.
That would have been a tough pass to complete. I'm surprised that he threw it in there, Tim. It was very, very well covered, as you mentioned.
So on 4th and 3, John Telchik comes on to punt for the Eagles. Kelvin Martin is deep for the Cowboys. 6th in the NFC with an average return of 8.6 yards. Good snap for Telchik. But the kick is not as good. It's a wobbler, and it hits at the 35 and gets a Philadelphia bounce. All the way back to the 10-yard line, but there is a flag down. Tackle was made by Jenkins, but again, I tell you, there's a flag up at the 46-yard line. 50-yard punt, 1-yard return. And it's against the Cowboys.
One thing's very important on synthetic turf, Timmy. You've got to make sure that you anticipate the kick and catch the ball, because you're going to lose 20 to 25 yards if you let it roll.
That was not a good kick, but he got a tremendous roll, as you mentioned.
Holding on the receiving team, number 24, while the ball was in the air, is half the distance of the goal line to the spot where the ball is dead. First down.
So it's Everson Walls who's called for the penalty, and you see Terry Hogue is being helped off the field. Timeout on the field with 11:40 remaining first period.
A newly imported car has arrived. It comes from a company with a reputation for quality and design. And the automotive press here has already begun to praise it for its performance, styling, and value. The interesting thing is that here is Japan. And the car they're importing is the Ford Taurus.
Now get a $500 cash bonus on Ford Taurus.
In the spirit of Christmas, this year the Miller Brewing Company will be making a donation to United Cerebral Palsy every time you buy Miller High Life, Miller Lite, or Miller Genuine Draft. From all of us at Miller, Merry Christmas.
We're not a company, but we recognize potential. We develop it. We use it. We'll make sure that as your responsibility grows, so will you. As your ability for leadership grows, so will you. Working with us, you'll gain self-confidence, become a person with a future. We're not a company, we're your country. We're the Marines, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force. We're the Armed Forces. It's a great place to start.
Buddy Ryan was telling us last night that he knows his team will win. He says Dallas knows we'll win. The only question is how.
Yeah, and he feels good about this game, Timmy. I think he feels that his team is very fresh. He gave him Monday and Wednesday off. He was in a very benevolent mood, and I think it's a good move because I think at this stage of the season, days of rest are much better than days of work.
Nate Newton is back in the ball game for the Cowboys. Boy, Newton's quite a story. went to the hospital on a weight program. He's got an $80,000 incentive clause to keep his weight down. He was 360 pounds in May. He's down to 314, and he still runs a 4.940.
That would make you want to let some air out of the balloon, wouldn't it?
No question about it. Both teams moved the ball to their 40 on the first possession. Neither could convert on 3rd and short. They had to punt, and that's where we are, scoreless, with 11:40 remaining in the first period.
Ball will be placed on the 3-yard line. Penalty is from the spot where the ball was first possessed, which is a 6. Half the distance, the 3-yard line, and it's first down.
All right, so Jim Tunney gets his business all squared away and moves Dallas back inside the 5. And that's where the Cowboys will have first down.
You talk about being in a soup, being in trouble right off the bat. Bad field position for Tom Landry and his Cowboys.
Been a tumultuous year, hasn't it, for Tom Landry?
It really has been, but you know the great thing about Tom, you know, I talked to him before the game and we talked about coaching. I said, do you still enjoy coaching as much as you ever have? And he said, yes, except I don't enjoy the losing, but the coaching part of it, I don't feel any differently about that than I did when I first started coaching. I'm still very enthusiastic about it. Some people say you can't coach more than 10 years. That's the maximum. I think it all depends on the individual. And of course, Tom Landry has a great temperament. You never know whether he won or lost the game. He's always the same.
Tom Landry has one more year on his current contract. He says he does want to return and coach next year. But the team is up for sale, and he says obviously it depends on who the new owner is.
Yeah, and he was very matter-of-fact about that, like he is anything else. Again, there's no question about the fact that he has the urge to coach again next year. That's what he'd like to do if he can.
Let's go back downstairs and listen to Jim Tunney as they move it back out to the 5. So now they've got it all squared away. And the Cowboys will start just inside their own 5-yard line. Chandler in motion on first down. Hershel Walker, big hole, right side, spins his way across the 10 to the 14-yard line. Right now, let's take you back to New York and an update on the Giants game with Brent Musburger. Brent?
Tim, Paul McFadden of the Giants. 31-yard field goal attempt, but it was not a good snap, and he missed. The Jets and the Giants are still scoreless. Atlanta and New Orleans, likewise, they are scoreless. Back to Tim and Hank.
All right, Brent, here at 2nd down and 1, a 9-yard pickup by Hershel Walker. Philadelphia defense dictated by formations, and so Dallas is using a lot of shifting and a lot of motion. Again, it's Walker to the right side. He's across the 15, and that'll be enough for a Dallas first down. Let's meet the rest of the Dallas offense. Pelleur is the quarterback, which we told you. Hershel Walker and Todd Fowler in the backfield. Alexander and Irvin the wideouts, and the tight end is Thornton Chandler. Up front, it's Smith, Newton, Rafferty, Kerr, and Gogan. Timmy Newsome should be the fullback, but he's suffering from a torn calf muscle. Tried to come back Thursday, and he couldn't go, and then he announced his retirement, but the Cowboys aren't taking that retirement very seriously. First down and 10. Pelleur, backside pressure, throws across the middle to his tight end Chandler. He's up close to another Dallas first down at the 25-yard line, taken down by Wes Hopkins. He'll be about a yard shy.
You have to like the pass protection of the Cowboys. Here we look at it just like Pelleur looks at the defense. Look at the big hole up the middle where he can throw the ball right inside. Got a little pressure, but not enough to keep him from throwing the ball right on the money. Watch Reggie White, 92. There you see the right tackle blocking him from the inside, maintaining good position. Kevin Gogan on the play. Good blocking on his part, the right tackle.
9-yard pickup at 2nd down and 1. Chandler and Folsom, 2 tight ends. Play action for Pelleur. He tucks it away and has plenty of room across the 40. Into Philadelphia territory. Steve Pelleur finally tripped up by Mike Pitts. A gain of 28 yards.
And talking to Buddy Ryan yesterday, he said the one thing we got to be careful of with Pelleur, we cannot let him escape from the pocket. That's when he's most dangerous. We want to keep him in the pocket and make him throw. We will not let him scramble. But here, look at the hole. Drive a big bus through there. A lot of running room. He takes good advantage of the opportunity, gets as much out of the play as he possibly can, tucks the ball away underneath to make sure he doesn't fumble, but a great play by Steve Pelleur.
Steve Folsom goes out of the ball game. Todd Fowler comes back in for Dallas. First down and 10, the ball at the 48-yard line. Walker straight ahead to the 45, a gain of 3.
One thing Tom Landry said, talking to him the other day, he said, we are definitely going to run the football. We feel that we can run the football. We want to have as much balance as we possibly can. And so far, when they have run, they've moved the ball pretty well.
Philadelphia's defense is a turnover team. They run a basic 46, but they'll overshift and undershift. The secondary has given up 23 touchdown passes, we mentioned, but the defense has also had an impressive 29 interceptions. Second down and 7. 3 wide receivers now for the Cowboys. Martin in motion, and again, Pelleur to throw. With running room on the right side. Goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. He'll be close to another Dallas first down, and tempers flare already. And flags fly. Roydell Young was right in the middle of it.
Yeah, Roydell Young hit him right about the time he came out of bounds, but I don't think he really knew where he was. He was just trying to make an honest attempt to make a play, and I don't think he was aware, really, of where the sideline was.
And it's against Philadelphia.
Let's take a look at it here. Roydell Young, number 43. He's out of bounds to begin with, coming from the inside. I don't think he knew he was outside when he made the tackle.
Looked like Pelleur just ran into him.
Yes. But he was, I don't think I've ever seen that before. The defensive back was outside to begin with and made the tackle out of bounds.
Clearly after the ball was dead, number 43 defense, first down.
So it's not a late hit. It's after the ball was dead, and it's for a punch thrown by Roydell Young. 6'1", 185-pounder, 9-year veteran out of Alcorn State. First and 10, Dallas. 7th play of the drive. They started on their own 5. Pelleur. It was intended for Todd Fowler and dropped. He had pressure, though.
Reggie White was on the nose of the center that time, and we asked him if he liked being on the nose more than he liked playing defensive left end. He said, it really doesn't make a lot of difference to me because I like both positions, except I'm a little bit more confined when I'm on the nose of the center. I said, what about playing the right side? He said, I don't like the right side at all because I don't feel comfortable. I feel very awkward.
Since White arrived in 1985, the defensive front of the Eagles has been held sackless only twice. He is an impact player. Second down and 10. This is Hershel Walker. Gets a block on the corner and picks up maybe a yard. Run out of bounds by Dwayne Giles.
Talking to Hershel Walker is quite a treat. He made an interesting comment the other day. So, you know, when I was a kid, I learned to compete to win. I didn't learn how to compete just to be competitive. I learned to compete to win. There's only 2 things can happen. You can win or lose, and you better do everything you possibly can to win.
He's had over 5,100 yards from scrimmage the past 3 years. 6 defensive backs now for the Eagles. Shotgun formation for the Cowboys with 3 wide receivers on 3rd and 9. It's complete at the 10. To Ray Alexander, and that's his 53rd catch of the year.
Alexander's on the left side, number 87. Bump and run coverage on the play. Maintains outside coverage, so the inside is there. The ball is thrown right on the money. Eric Allen, number 21, on coverage on the play, but unusually for him, he played outside, which gave him the inside, and they had plenty of room. It was tough for him to recover on that pass.
Allen got help from Andre Waters. It's a gain of 12. It'll be first down and 10 Cowboys. Walker tries the left side. And there's absolutely Really nothing there. Reggie White got there first.
The great thing about Reggie White, he can really run. He's not only quick for a big guy, but he's fast for a big guy. And Hershel Walker, on the last run, talking to him yesterday, he said that he's wearing shin guards, taping up his shins with a lot of protection because that's the only place on his body that really hurts him. So he's been able to tape it up and he feels much better, and it kind of softens the blow.
Walker and White met many, many times in the past, not only with these two teams, but in the USFL. Walker and Pelleur are the setbacks now for Dallas. It'll be second down and 11 after that loss of 1. Pelleur going for the corner to Walker, incomplete. There's a flag. Andre Waters was defending on the play, and there's a flag at the 3-yard line.
Andre Waters, number 20, gave a little shove in the back. Officials saw it. Pass interference on the play. Waters is complaining about the call, squeaking a little bit. Nothing he can do about it now. He was caught in the act, and they called the penalty.
The Eagles, not a fast-starting team.
Number 20 defense. It's 5 yards and first down.
And when I say that, I say it with the statistics. They've been outscored 104-76 in the first quarter.
Hershel Walker coming out of the backfield, tries to make a move on Waters, and you see Waters using his hands as the ball is in the air, and they call pass interference.
Second penalty against Philadelphia on this drive. Chandler and Folsom, 2 tight ends for the Cowboys on 1st and goal at the 7. Walker off the right side. Down to the 5-yard line. Mike Reichenbach makes the tackle there.
You know, they ran into the soft spot. It looked like the soft spot of the defense that time, Timmy. They had the center covered with Reggie White. They had both guards covered. It looked like the intelligent place to run was where they ran, but they sure caved in on them in a hurry.
Folsom goes out of the ball game. Todd Fowler comes back in. Fowler, 6'3", 226-pounder, 5-year veteran out of Stephen F. Austin. It'll be second and goal from the 5. Walker and Fowler are the setbacks behind Pelleur. Walker. No signal yet. Reichenbach made the initial hit, and Walker lunged forward close to that goal line.
That was a counter play, and he wound up on his back and couldn't squirm to cross the plane. They fake to the fullback and give it to Walker. Look at the big hole, lowers his shoulder, pops through there. Now watch as he falls, the ball doesn't break the plane. His shoulders do, but the ball doesn't break the plane.
Here's a better angle, Hank.
Yeah, here's another good shot of it. And look at the hole, terrific hole. Walker, watch him trying to get over there, but in the process, does not make it with the ball crossing the plane.
3rd and goal from the 1. Walker, touchdown Dallas. There is a flag. And it's against the Eagles. Cowboys strike first. That's Hershel Walker's 7th touchdown of the year. Roger Ruzek now comes on for the extra point. Pelleur is the holder. He's been perfect on the year for the extra points. And this one's good as well. Hershel Walker, he's headed to the Pro Bowl, and Dallas leads by a touchdown.
The Ford Mustang LX convertible. With its impressive list of standard features, it's just what the doctor ordered. Open up and say, ah.
Get up to $500 cash bonus on specially equipped Ford Mustang.
In 1859, Isaac Cook created a Great American Champagne to launch the Great American Clipper ships. Today, people are still launching celebrations with Cook's Imperial American Champagne.
The product, the proving grounds, the results. STP gas treatment is the edge.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
When you come to Radio Shack's Christmas sale for electronic gifts, buy this dual-powered calculator first for just $8.88 and keep track of the money you save.
Like these realistic bass reflex speakers, half price at $39.95 each.
Add this cordless phone at $20 savings, only $59.95.
And count on these LCD games for stocking stuffers, just $8.95 each.
That adds up to holiday savings.
The Christmas electronics sale, only at Radio Shack.
With that touchdown run, Hershel Walker broke the record set by Tony Dorsett for total yards in a season with the Dallas Cowboys. 1,981. That's impressive.
It surely is. And what also was impressive talking to him the last 2 days, I said, what's the key to this game? He said, the key to the game is physical. We've got to be physical, more physical than the Eagles. And so far, they've done a good job of coming off the ball and playing very physical.
The drive went 13 plays, 95 yards, took 6 minutes and 59 seconds. The big play was Pelleur on a 27-yard scramble and a personal foul against the Eagles. Cowboys kick off, and it'll be taken by Walter Abercrombie. Abercrombie met at the 17-yard line. Right now, let's take you to New York for this update with Brent Musburger. Brent?
All right, Tim, now it's the Jets' turn for a field goal attempt. Pat Leahy, 41 yards away, scoreless, and he's got this one. The Jets strike first on the Giants, 3-0 in the first quarter. Oilers lead the Browns, and Don Strock has been intercepted twice by Houston. Back to Tim.
All right, Brent, 11-yard return on the kickoff by Abercrombie. It's first down and 10 for the Eagles. Carter in motion on first down. Play action. Incomplete. It was intended for Mike Quick. And Randall Cunningham threw it off balance. Good coverage by Robert Williams, and he's been impressive for the Cowboys the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they like him very much. They think he's going to be a terrific player. He started to be he was always a running back or a flanker, and now they made a defensive back out of him, and they think he's going to be terrific. Here's the pressure on Cunningham. Brooks, number 99, makes him throw the ball a little bit quicker than he wanted to, but it was still in a catchable area.
It's second down and 10. This is Tony. He pushes the pile up close to the 25-yard line. Good pursuit by Michael Downs. Finally knocked him out of bounds. He had help from Cobb and Lockhart.
They've got to establish something, talking about Philadelphia. Right now, they haven't established anything. They've got to do some running to keep that defense honest and then mix up the pass and also include the play action. But so far, they haven't established any kind of a personality, Tim. You know it?
Absolutely. Under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. That 7-yard gain by Tony makes it 3rd and 3. Eagles go to 3 wide receivers now. Cunningham with a quick drop has the ball batted away. Ken Norton, the rookie from UCLA. And Dallas is playing with a lot of emotion.
Weiss Norton, number 51, the son of the former heavyweight champion, Ken Norton, came in there, put pressure, knocked the ball up in the air. Incomplete, kicking time, Philadelphia.
Telchik, with a 40-yard average, will be kicking to Kelvin Martin. High spiraling punt. Martin will take it at the 30. Back pedals, and he's down at the 28-yard line. So a 45-yard punt, a 2-yard return, and the tackle made by Azell Jenkins. There's a flag on the play, and it's against Philadelphia. So they're going to make him do it all over again, Hank, I believe.
I would think so. I would sure make him kick again. That was a very good punt. He might not get as good a kick on the second shot around.
You saw Everson Walls tell Jim Tunney to move him back. Let's do it again.
Number 58 downfield, still 4th down.
Ty Allert was the guy who went downtown illegally. He left before the punt. That's the 3rd penalty for the Eagles.
Kelvin Martin that time made the catch and ran right into his own guy, Elbert.
Word from the Eagles bench that Seth Joyner has a sprained foot. May or may not return. This time Telchik stands inside his own 5. This is a high wobbler. Martin will call for the fair catch at the 47-yard line, and the crowd wanted another penalty for interference. There is none. It's a 33-yard punt.
Weave your way through the streets of Miami, and you'll come to a place where lions, bears, and
the Eagles wasted a 45-yard punt by Telchik. After the penalty, they had to settle for a 33-yarder. So Dallas starts with excellent field position again, with the ball sitting on the 47-yard line. It's 1st down, Cowboys. Again, they come with the motion. And lots of it. The Eagles adjust. And Hershel goes off the right side for maybe a yard. All that motion doesn't help you much when you just go straight ahead.
Well, it doesn't help you much if you don't block somebody. That's the key, Tim. And that time they ran right at Reggie White, and he stuffed the play and didn't make much yardage on the play at all. But you talk about a lot of movement, and of course Tom Landry said that we want to get as much movement as we possibly can because they react to formations. If we move 3 times, they have to change the defenses 3 times. But Buddy Ryan said, well, I'm just going to give the signals from the sideline this week, and whatever we call, we're going to stay in that defense. We're not going to change it all like we have in the past, and that's going to help us.
It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Cowboys. Walker now goes into the backfield, into the eye with Fowler. Strong left. They look that way now on play action. Pelleur's pass intercepted. Wes Hopkins returns it to the 46-yard line. And for Hopkins, that's his 4th interception of the year. A 10-yard return.
And look at the play action, what it did to the defense. He had all the time in the world. No rush whatsoever. Wes Hopkins played his college football at SMU. Came up with the interception. Now watch the play action fake and look at the block they get on Reggie White up the middle. Look at number 55. Go to the inside Reichenbach, going for the fake. Hopkins makes the interception and get as much out of the play as he can. But the big thing is he covers up the ball so he doesn't create a fumble situation.
That's the 17th interception of the year that Steve Pelleur has thrown. He threw one last week against the Redskins, so now he has 17 touchdowns, but he also has 17 interceptions.
And I think that's what Buddy meant when he said we want to make sure we make him throw from the pocket, because he's not nearly as dangerous from the pocket as he is when he escapes from the pocket and then throws the ball downfield or escapes and runs.
Cowboys are minus 19 in the giveaway takeaway situation. And for Philadelphia, they're plus 15.
But in this kind of a game, Timmy, as you know, that doesn't make any difference what you did all the other 15 weeks. The only thing that matters is that you get some turnovers in this game today.
Well, that's the 30th interception for that secondary, so that's been impressive all year.
Yeah, it really has been. Terrific.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Twin receivers, top of the screen. Byers and Tony are the setbacks behind Cunningham. Tony picks up 2. Tackle made by Jim Jeffcoat and Danny Noonan. Let's go to New York. Here's Brent Musburger. Brent?
Well, Tim, the Atlanta defense was pretty much dominating New Orleans until this run by Buford Jordan. 43 yards, as he breaks away from 2 defenders there at the end, out of bounds, sets up the Saints' first touchdown. They lead it 7-0. Strock's 3rd interception, a touchdown. 10-0 there. Let's go back to Tim.
And that New Orleans game is important for the Eagles. New Orleans wins and Philadelphia wins. The Eagles are in. On 2nd down and 8, Cunningham has to tuck it away. Gets back just across the line of scrimmage. Jim Jeffcoat makes the tackle.
I asked Buddy Ryan, I said, Buddy, what about Randall's running? Do you like for him to run? Do you ever talk to him about his running? He said, nope. He said, only thing I do when I see him take off and run, I cheer and I yell and I say, run, run, run. He wants him to run because he moves the chains and does a great job of putting pressure on the defense.
He told us that being a defensive coach, it's good for the quarterback. He doesn't pay that much attention to what his quarterback's doing. No. I don't believe that. On 3rd and 7, 6 defensive backs now for the Cowboys. 3 wide receivers for the Eagles. Cunningham drops it toward Tony, incomplete. The Eagles now are 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversion.
And it looked like somebody deflected that one, Jim. I couldn't tell for sure, but it did look like it flew out of there in his normal course.
Randall Cunningham now just 2 for 5, 17 yards. Telchik comes back on to punt. He's had 2 today, 41-yard average. Kelvin Martin is deep for the Cowboys, standing at his own 10. High, wobbly kick. Fair caught at the 18-yard line. So with 1:02 remaining in the first quarter, it's 7-0 Dallas. In his 29th consecutive year with the Dallas Cowboys, that ties a record set by Curly Lambeau, the NFL. 29 years, Tom Landry.
It's unbelievable to go that long with that much success, too.
1 minute, 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Dallas leads 7-0. The Eagles look flat. 3 possessions, 1 first down. 2 tight ends for the Cowboys, Chandler and Folsom. This is Walker straight ahead. Gets maybe 1 yard. Right now, let's take you back to New York and Brent Musburger. Brent?
Tim, if the Eagles can pick up the pace, they may be able to win a division championship. Touchdown, Jets. O'Brien to tight end Mickey Schuler. It is 10-0. Jets dominating the Giants. Back to Tim.
How about that?
Well, the Jets have really, you talk about a stock market team. They've been up and down, but they've won a lot of very important games, a lot of big games this year.
I'm surprised the Eagles aren't playing with more emotion. 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's 2nd down and 8 for the Cowboys. Hershel Walker dots the I. Instead, they go straight ahead to Darryl Clack. And the pile gets pushed backwards after a gain of about 3. And that should be the last play of the first quarter. Ernie Stautner getting the defense ready for the next series. That's the end of the first quarter with a score. Dallas 7, the Eagles nothing. A look at the Cotton Bowl where this game used to be played. And UCLA Arkansas will be gearing up for that bowl game. And the Cotton Bowl that you can see here on CBS. Who do you like in that one, Hank?
Arkansas.
Had a great year, didn't they?
They really did. They played well. I only saw them play one time. I saw them play against Miami. They were tough. Very impressive.
Cowboys dominated the first quarter. 10 minutes, 27 seconds in time of possession. Only 4 minutes for the Eagles. Dallas had 6 first downs. Philadelphia had 1. It's 3rd down and 4. With 3 wide receivers, they give it to Hershel Walker. Breaks 1 tackle out to the 27-yard line. Tackle made by Mike Pitts.
They had a safety blitz that time, and the blitzer went right into the hole, right by the ball carrier. Hershel Walker on the play.
So that brings on Mike Saxon on 3rd down and 4, or 4th down rather. Mark Konechty will be deep for the Eagles.
The Eagles better play with their heart in their sleeve here a little bit, show more animation, more emotion. They haven't shown much so far.
1 first down in the ball game thus far for the Eagles. Good snap. Pressure from the outside, and Saxon gets off a high tail wagger. Konechny takes it at the 24. Looks for a block and gets back to the 30-yard line. And there's a flag thrown immediately. A 50-yard punt, a 7-yard return, and the tackle was made by Garth Jackson, Ron Burton. Wait to see what the penalty is. It's against Dallas, so they'll mark it off. And the Eagles will start with good field position, Hank.
Yeah, that's two good kicks for Saxon.
Unnecessary roughness, number 56. 15 yards, first down.
56 is Eugene Lockhart. Eugene, the hitting machine. Second penalty of the game for Dallas. First down and 10 for Cunningham, who throws underneath the linebackers to his tight end Keith Jackson. Out close to midfield.
Jackson's quite a story. Came into the game with 74 catches. Delightful guy to talk to. And he talked about the excitement of playing here in Dallas, and talked about all of his friends and parents and everybody coming in yesterday to get a big limousine and kind of walk the dog a little bit, showed him around town.
That's his 75th catch of the year. He had only 62 in his entire collegiate career. Second down and 5 for the Eagles. Cunningham to throw again underneath, has it complete. Again, there's a flag. Andrew Toney made the catch. He's down at the 42-yard line, but there is a flag, and it's thrown in the backfield of the Eagles, and it'll be against Philadelphia.
You know, so far, Tim, you can't tell who's playing for a playoff berth.
That's
number 50. Still second down.
Dave Remington with a chop block. That's illegal, so they move it down. It'll be down at the 35-yard line.
We'll see it right in the middle of the screen. There you see it. Right guard chopping. Call is good.
Fourth penalty of the game against the Eagles. On 2nd and 20. Cunningham hits Keith Jackson, who's up close to a first down. He'll be a yard shy, so they need a 20. They get 19 back. Michael Downs makes the tackle.
He threw the ball right on the money. There you see the defense reacting to where Cunningham is looking. You see the receiver stop in that zone, Keith Jackson. Wide open on the play, and of course, the great thing about Cunningham, he gets the ball there so quickly. Got a great gun. You talk about a frozen rope. He throws one.
53% passing percentage. 22 touchdowns, 16 interceptions for Cunningham. It's 3rd down and 1 for the Eagles. Cowboys jump. Again, there's a flag. Byers goes over the top. He'll be close to a first down. He's got it if it's not against the Eagles.
It looked like it was Too Tall Jones, number 72. I don't know for sure, but that's who it looked like.
It is against the Cowboys.
Offside defense. Number 72, 5 yards, makes it the first down.
And it is Ed Too Tall Jones, who says that he'll take 6 weeks after the season to evaluate his performance and think about next year if he's going to come back. 37 years old, 14 years in the NFL. First down, Eagles. Byers and Toney are the setbacks for Cunningham. Play action. Cunningham throws it to Keith Jackson inside the 30. Down to the 22-yard line. Ron Burton knocks him out of bounds there.
You know, Cunningham, for a guy that's got such a strong arm, really has a terrific touch. There was a great illustration of it, running to his left, and he just kind of lobbed the ball very gently over the top of the linebacker to Jackson, and they pick up a nice gain on a first down on the play. But terrific execution on the part of Randall Cunningham.
Gain of 19. Jackson's 3rd catch of the ball game, and it's first down, Eagles. 3 wide receivers, and this is Toney. Tackled by Ed Too Tall Jones after a gain of 3.
The way those defensive backs are flying up there, Timmy, it looks like some kind of a play-action pass or some kind of an option pass could be very efficient because Bates was right up there in the line of scrimmage. And, of course, Bates is a terrific player, but he's like a linebacker playing safety.
Cowboys have been filling well against the run the last couple of weeks. Held Washington to 24 yards rushing last week. Cowboys defensively held Cleveland to 27 yards the week before. Second down and 7. Cunningham on the fade pattern, going for the corner, incomplete, no flags. It was intended for Mike Quick.
He read the blitz beautifully, talking about Cunningham, threw it up on top, but Williams was right there, step for step, with Mike Quick on the play.
Williams is the fastest player in the Dallas secondary. It'll be third down and 7. Ron Johnson comes back into the ball game for Philadelphia. Byers will come out. 6 defensive backs now for the Dallas Cowboys. Johnson and Quick at the bottom of the screen. Shotgun formation. Cunningham looks right, throws that way. It was intended for Carter. Incomplete. Everson Walls was there on the coverage, and that'll bring up 4th down in the field goal unit.
It really hurts when you take that much time off the clock and move the ball down the field and you don't get the touchdown.
Luis Zendejas, and you saw his numbers. He's played for both Dallas and Philadelphia. It's a 37-yard attempt for Zendejas. Telchik is the holder. And it's good. So with 11 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the half, it's 7-3 Dallas.
We're not.
A 37-yard field goal by Zendejas has made it a 7-3 ball game. Time of possession, though, goes in favor of Dallas. Cunningham 5 of 11 for 60 yards thus far, Hank.
And Pelleur did a great job on that first touchdown of the only touchdown. He ran 27 yards on the scramble, which is a big play. Hershel Walker has done an excellent job, and of course the defense has just been super. Talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
The defense has been strong the last couple of weeks for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's been a difference, and it looks as if Philadelphia now starting to pick up the pace a little bit and play with more emotion.
I think that's the key. I don't think they started the game playing with much animation at all. Looked like they were sleepwalking a little bit. Looked like they were still in Phoenix.
Luis Zendejas to kick off for Philadelphia. Clack and Burbage are deep for the Cowboys. This is a low liner that hits at the 15 and is taken by Clack. And he's out to the 29-yard line. They'll mark it at the 30. A 23-yard return. The tackle made by Michael Haddix. Steve Pelleur 3 for 6. The Crimson Tide, led by Butkus Award winner Derek Thomas, makes his 29th bowl appearance in the last 31 years against the powerful wishbone attack of the Army Cadets. It's the John Hancock Sun Bowl with Alabama and Army next Saturday, starting at 12 noon Eastern time on CBS. What do you like there?
Alabama.
Alabama, huh? First down, Pelleur has it intercepted by Wes Hopkins. That's his second interception of the game. What a play by Hopkins. Just read it out of his free safety spot, made the dive and the catch.
And Pelleur didn't look like he had much on the ball at all that time. It looked like it hung up there a little bit. Hopkins looking at Pelleur all the way. Good on anticipation. And intercepts the ball. A great, great play by Wes Hopkins, number 48. Terrific.
Hershel Walker made the tackle for Hopkins, his second interception of the game. Hopkins came back from that knee injury. Told us last night how frustrating it was to be on crutches, and he's playing well here today. First down and 10 Eagles, 11:04 remaining in the first half. It's 7-3 Dallas. Cunningham rolls left, now throws back right. Wide open is Mike Quick at the 5-yard line. Bates touches him down at the 3. Quick was wide open.
And he loved that one. He gave it the old helicopter spin there that time. Now this is a draw sprint, a very poor fake. They haven't run this play before. Talking to Bill Walsh and Ted Plum, and they completely surprised the Cowboys. The ball is right up on top. In the process of catching the ball, Mike Quick fell down, and so the ball is there on about the 2-yard line, 3-yard line.
A gain of 41. It'll be first down and goal at the 2. Byers right side. There's a flag. No touchdown signal. And it's going to be against Philadelphia.
It's tough. Tough for Philadelphia. I couldn't tell who it was. Somebody really got a great block on that right side. Maybe that's what it was holding. That's who it was.
5th penalty for Philadelphia, 50 yards in penalties. Good look at Jimmy Giles.
He was holding on the play. He got a great block, but in the process, evidently was holding on that play.
Acquired from the Lions, he beat out John Spagnuolo. First down and goal from the 12. Cunningham. Incomplete, intended for Byers. Ed Too Tall Jones applied the pressure. And Cunningham had to throw around him. He may have even gotten a hand on it.
He touched it. Ron Heller blocking him on the play. Too Tall Jones on the right side. Watch him. He pushes Heller to the left, just pushes him away, jumps up into the air and deflects the ball. A great play by Too Tall Jones. A missed block by the right tackle, Ron Heller, number 73.
You know, Hank, every time I see a ball batted like that or tipped or blocked, I think of Doug Flutie and how frustrated he gets talking about it. He says, hey, the tall guys have them blocked all the time. This is the 2nd or 3rd one here against Cunningham in the first half, and Cunningham's 6'4".
That's exactly right, and it's a good analogy because we hear that all the time about shorter quarterbacks, but we see it consistently every week. And the great thing about a guy like Flutie is that he knows his shortcomings, and as a result, he has a great feel for that situation and doesn't get many of them blocked.
Keith Byers reaching down toward that right ankle.
I think the key is not to throw over the top of people, but throw the ball between people. That's the key.
Dallas defense inside the 20-yard line. The opponents have scored on 24 of the last 26 possessions, 15 of those touchdowns. Look at Ernie Stautner calling the defenses for Dallas. Byers comes out. Abercrombie comes in for the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's Abercrombie and Tony now. The setbacks behind Cunningham. 2nd and goal from the 12. Touchdown Eagles. Keith Jackson.
Boy, he's a terrific tight end. A lot of confidence, great ability and skill. Kind of a flamboyant guy. Watch him coming off the ball. The tight end, 88, makes an outside move inside, goes right down, breaks to the inside. Waters is covering. The ball is right on the money. Touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles. And what was he saying yesterday about kidding Gilbrandt when he was still in college? He said, I'd give anything if I could run patterns against Bates. He did that time, got the touchdown.
His 4th catch of the day, 12-yard touchdown, his 6th touchdown catch of the year. Luis Zendejas on for the extra point. Straight as she goes. And the Eagles have taken control.
The Range Rover. The Subaru Justy.
The Philadelphia drive went 43 yards. It took 3 plays in 1:15. Big play Cunningham to Quick. 41 yards to the Dallas 2.
Well, they got it going on that drive, and they look very efficient.
Luis Zendejas kicking off to the Cowboys. And it'll be taken by Darryl Clack. Clack with a big hole across the 25 to the 29-yard line. The stop made there by Kenny Jackson. 28-yard return. Take you back to that touchdown pass, and I want you to watch the reaction of Randall Cunningham. He is happy, and we'll show you why.
Yeah.
This game obviously with major playoff implications for the Eagles. If the Giants lose to the Jets and the Eagles beat Dallas, Philadelphia wins the division title in the NFC East. And if the Giants come back to beat the Jets and the Eagles win here today, Philadelphia takes the wild card. If New Orleans or San Francisco wins, and there are other scenarios as well, you see they can also get in if they lose, but that's not right now in their thinking. 9 minutes, 39 seconds remain in the first half. First down, Cowboys. Pelleur throws this one incomplete in the direction of Kelvin Martin.
That's a play action pass that time, faking to the halfback coming across. We get a little pressure on Pelleur. Watch him, watch the fake to Hershel Walker. Right about the time he gets rid of the football, he gets a shot from the backside. But the ball should have been caught, falls incomplete.
That was Mike Pitts that got him from behind. Pelleur now just 3 for 8 passing, 22 yards and 2 interceptions. Second down and 10 for the Cowboys. Walker to the 33-yard line. Tackle made there by Todd Bell.
You got a good picture of the movement there by the Cowboys, and you saw that the Philadelphia Eagles did not move that much. Normally, as I mentioned earlier, if the Cowboys make 4 moves, why the Eagles have to make 4 moves. The way they're playing now defensively, Buddy Ryan is calling the plays defensively, and they're staying in the defense that's called.
Ray Alexander, Michael Irvin come back into the ball game now for the Cowboys. This has been an awfully strong quarter all year for the Eagles. They've outscored their opponents 131 to 47 in the second quarter. 7 defensive backs now for Philadelphia. 4 wideouts for the Cowboys. On 3rd and 7. Pelleur with backside pressure now runs out of there. He's got to get to the 39, does. First down, Cowboys. Big play by Pelleur.
And he knew exactly where he had to go and headed in that direction and just barely got the yardage for the first down. But again, great anticipation on the part of Pelleur. Back in the shotgun, looking down the field. Some big cavities inside. They push the defensive end in. The linebacker goes out, creating a big hole. He knows exactly where he has to go, and he runs out of bounds and picks up the yardage for the first down. A good play by Pelleur, and exactly what we talked about earlier. Buddy Ryan kept saying, we got to keep that guy in the pocket. They haven't kept him in the pocket on 2 big plays.
No, and that graphic illustrated that. 3 rushes, 41 yards. First down and 10 now for the Cowboys with 8:36 remaining in the first half. Too much time.
Still first down.
CBS Sports Sunday Special Edition, Winterfest, celebration of winter sports and the athletes who often toil in obscurity, dreaming of Olympic gold. The World Cup skiing from Val d'Isere, World Junior figure skating from championships in Sarajevo. In-depth look at Eddie the Eagle. And then the Los Angeles Lakers against the Utah Jazz. All on CBS. First and 15, and Pelleur in the grasp of Reggie White. He'll get credit for the sack.
There was a leak that time, and a big leak. Reggie White getting the penetration and making the sack. Watch Reggie White coming into the gap between the right guard and the center. A great takeoff. Good quickness and speed. Gets the penetration and makes the tackle. Reggie White, number 92.
That's his 17th sack of the year. He had 2 sacks and a fumble recovery last week against Phoenix. That's a loss of 8. It'll be 2nd and 23. Pelleur again under pressure. Here comes White. Incomplete.
They lined him up on the nose of the center again that time. And he really gets off the ball quick. Gets a good push. Tremendous quickness for as big as he is. And of course, along with that, he got great speed. Watch him on the nose of the center. Look at, come right into Haggerty. Gets a little leverage, pushes him aside, gets through the gap, chasing Pelleur, gets the hands up, and gives him a little tender tap as he gets rid of the football.
Told us last night, only one play. He would like only one play against Tex Schramm with pads on. It'll be 3rd down and 23 for the Dallas Cowboys. 6 defensive backs now for the Eagles as they load up. The Cowboys out of the shotgun. Again, Pelleur has room to run, throws this one. It's complete to Michael Irvin, but he'll still be short of the 1st down. Tackle was made by Roynell Young. It's a gain of 18.
And here again, Pelleur got out of the pocket. That's the thing they're concerned about. Don't let him get out of the pocket. He got out of the pocket, got the ball down the field.
Mike Saxon on the punt for the Cowboys. Low snap. He has to take it on the 1st hop. And he gets away a beauty. Konechny fair catch it at the 10 and let it go through for the touchback. So with 7 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the half, it's 10-3 Eagles after that 55-yard punt. Good look at Reggie White, who's really been dogging Pelleur. 1st down and 10, 7:19 remain. 1st half, Cunningham's pass to Keith Jackson is complete, and it's another Eagle 1st down at the 36-yard line.
You know, the great thing about Jackson, he not only catches the ball and has good hands, but he runs so well for a tight end once he makes the reception.
Gain of 16, his 5th catch of the day, taken down by Eugene Lockhart.
And he said, you know, we asked him why he was able to catch as many balls. He said, very frankly, it was too bad that it happened. But when we lost Mike Quick, why they had to rely on other people, and I was one of the guys they relied on. So as a result, I caught a lot more balls for that reason.
It'll be 1st down at the 35 for Philadelphia. 3 wide receivers now. And again, Cunningham to throw. Scrambles to the right side. This time he hits Abercrombie, and Abercrombie's taken down rather rudely. Eugene Lockhart made the tackle.
And Lockhart does not like situation substitution, doesn't he? He said, I liked it when I was in there all the time. Now every time I turn around, I'm walking off the field, and then I'm coming back in the field. I never get a chance to get into the rhythm of the game. I wish I could stay in there for all 3 downs instead of in and out like I do.
He says 4 wide receivers come in, and I'm out of there.
That's right.
A loss of 2, it'll be 2nd and 12. You saw Lockhart leave as the Cowboys go to 6 defensive backs. Cunningham to Jackson, 1st down Eagles.
Ron Francis was on him that time and did cover him. It doesn't make any difference. I guarantee you, if you get a chance to throw the ball, Keith Jackson is going to find a way to get open and do a good job of running with the football once he does get open.
3 more catches and he'll tie the rookie record.
And they asked him before the season, what's your goal and ambition? He said, I want to be in Honolulu for the Pro Bowl, and that's exactly where he's going.
Jackson comes out, Jimmy Giles comes in. Tony cuts back against the grain across midfield into Dallas territory. Jim Jeffcoat makes the tackle.
Tell you have to give the Cowboys an awful lot of credit playing this kind of a game. Of course, that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're getting paid to do. But a lot of teams, you know, in this situation, they're looking for the bus to take them out of here and leave town. The last game of the season when they're not in the race. I think the Cowboys have shown a lot of character and played very hard all season long and are playing very hard in this game.
Mike Quick comes to the bottom of the screen. Carter goes to the top. 2nd down and 6. Cunningham buys some time as he rolls right and throws deep in the direction of Abercrombie, and it's overthrown at the 5.
Cunningham really got a shot after he got rid of the football. It's amazing how far he can throw the ball on the move. Watch him now. Look at. He's all spread out, and look at Burton. Ron Burton, number 57, gives him a shot right in the chest. But he looks like he's made out of rubber the way he bounces back all the time.
Burton's 245 pounds, Cunningham 200 pounds. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Philadelphia 0 for 4 on third down conversions today. They go to 4 wide receivers. Drills this one in the direction of Keith Jackson, incomplete. Make it 0 for 5 on third down conversions.
We talked to him about the fact that he was in a little bit of a slump in the eyes of a lot of people. He didn't seem to be too concerned about it, and I think that's a great quality of the great quarterbacks. You know, they might have a bad quarter or 2 bad quarters, but they're never going to have 4 bad quarters. And I think the same thing is true with a slump. They snap out of it in a hurry.
Telchik gets a high spiraling punt. Kelvin Martin will fair catch it at the 11. And so the Cowboys will start with poor field position after that 38-yard punt. These are some guys that may or may not be back next year. Danny White said he wants to play, and if it's not here, he wants to play elsewhere. Randy White, he'll wait until he gets a medical examination on the disc in his neck to see if he can play next year. Ed Too Tall Jones said he'd take 6 weeks off and consider it.
You know, and of course, Danny White also, he's concerned about not playing. He said if he's not going to play, he'd like to be able to play someplace else. And of course, Randy White said that he definitely wants to play, but he's going to talk to Coach Landry, and at the end of the season, they'll decide what's best for him and the team.
So this may be the last game for a lot of the old veteran Cowboys. Hershel Walker out to the 15-yard line. Reggie White makes the tackle.
Well, the Cowboys know where they want to run when they do run, because they run to that right side consistently. They've got a pretty good push that time and got off the ball in pretty good shape.
For Walker, that's 14 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown. So he's got 36 of those 80-some yards for Dallas. Everything else has come from Steve Pelleur. 2nd down and 7. This is Walker with a big hole. Breaks the tackle at the 20. Hershel Walker to the 30-yard line. 1st down, Dallas.
They caught Reichenbach in a blitz that time, and Crawford Kerr got a beautiful block at him, on him right in the hole. You see him. Watch Reichenbach now, 55. Watch him come in the get. Watch the block here. Knocks him right off his feet, and he runs right by him. A big hole because it was created by the great block by Crawford Kerr on Reichenbach.
Broke the tackle of Wes Hopkins. Roynell Young finally brought him down. Gain of 15. It'll be 1st down just outside the 30. Again, it's Walker, and this time he's hit almost immediately by Dwayne Giles, 4-year veteran out of Texas Tech.
That's the one thing about the Eagles. You know, they do so many things, you never know where they're coming from. And of course, your big concern is always you got to find out where Reggie White is going to line up, and you got to make sure you block him all the time. So the offensive team has to imagine a lot of things when they line up in the offensive stance and try to locate these people and block them.
Giles is playing on the left side. He took the place of Seth Joyner when Joyner went out injured. Joyner will not be back. 2nd down and 12 for the Cowboys. Pelleur with inside pressure puts it up for grabs. Intercepted. Andre Waters with the interception. Bell to the 30, to the 20, and knocked out of bounds on the 17-yard line by Pelleur. I thought the whistle had blown.
I thought it did too.
And one official went and marked the spot. But it's a 21-yard return after the lateral. The pressure came from Mike Pitts. He caused all the problems.
Yes, he did. And watch the hit he gets on Pelleur. Look at the ball go upside down. Waters makes the interception. And he's looking for somebody to give the ball to. He gives it to Todd Bell. And Todd's got very good speed. Watch again the pressure on the quarterback. Look at Mills. 74, getting the penetration and getting the hit.
1 minute, 50 seconds remain in the half.
Christmas Eve, Army and Alabama, the Sun Bowl on CBS Sports.
The Eagles lead by 3, but they're threatening again with 1:50 remaining in the half. 3 timeouts apiece remaining. Turnovers, 3 for Dallas. First down for Cunningham, and he has a ball batted in the air. Incomplete. It was batted by Rod Burton.
He was blitzing on the play and got a piece of the ball, jumps up into the air.
Broken up by Ron Burton. Second down, 10.
Watch Burton. Look at the rush. Jeff Coat coming in there. Burton, watch him come up there with the hands coming up. The ball is deflected. Cunningham tries to catch his own pass that was deflected, but it falls to the turf.
The third batted pass against Cunningham in the first half. It'll be second down and 10. 7 defensive backs now for the Cowboys. Going for the corner. Incomplete. Byers was out of bounds when he made the catch. Good coverage by Ron Francis.
Incomplete. Was called out of bounds. Third down.
Good looking play. Good looking play.
Great effort by Byers.
And asked him the other day why he's been able to catch so many passes. He said, I worked on it during the offseason. I worked an awful lot with Randall, catching balls against man-for-man coverage, and it's helped me considerably.
Jackson and Carter go to the top of the screen. Quick and Johnson to the bottom. 4 wide receivers for the Eagles on third down and 10. Cunningham again goes to the corner. It's intended for Johnson, incomplete. No flags. The Eagles still have not converted a third down situation today. They're 0 for 6.
They have an awful lot of confidence in their passing game, and justifiably so. They've come into the game with 216-yard passing and on an average basis, but they misfired on all 3 occasions that last series.
Luis Sendejas on to attempt a 35-yard field goal. He hit it from 37 earlier. Telchik is the holder. This one is no good. It's off to the right. So with 1:31 remaining in the first half, the score remains 10-7.
You get a look at the field goal. Everything was perfect, except the kick. It slid off to the right. It looked like it was headed between the uprights and it slid to the right and is no good. Here we see it again. Watson Dejas. Got his head down. No good.
So Pelleur comes back on for the Cowboys. He's now 4 for 11 passing, 41 yards, but Pelleur has 3 interceptions, and he's missed on 5 of his last 6 passes. First down, Cowboys at the 20. Again, is pressure from White. Now they call it an incomplete pass. Reggie White wanted the sack. And I think he had cause for an argument.
And you know, the Dallas Cowboys, which is an indication of the kind of an offensive line they've had this year, come into the game with 46 sacks. Look at White coming from the outside, comes around the backside, and makes the sack and makes the play.
It'll be second down and 10 for the Cowboys as they go to 4 wide outs in the shotgun formation. Here comes White again. Pelleur drills this one over the middle. It's incomplete. Intended for Kelvin Edwards. Coming up at halftime, Brent, Irv, and Dick with all the scores and highlights and a look back at some of the plays of the year from the unforgettable to the unbelievable. It's all coming up at halftime with Brent, Irv, and Dick Butkus. And they'll also update you on the playoff situation. 1 minute, 21 seconds remain in the first half. Martin and Irvin come to the bottom of the screen. Everett Gay and Alexander to the top. This is Hershel Walker to the 22-yard line, and Reggie White makes the tackle there. Reggie White's been everywhere.
Again, we talked about it earlier. You better make sure you block him in every play, Tim. If you don't block him, make sure you block him. I don't care where the ball's going. You better block him because he's going to wind up being by the ball carrier.
Timeout on the field with 1:15 remaining in the half. We'll be back. Fourth down and 7. Mike Saxon to punt for the Dallas Cowboys. Mark Konechny is standing back at his own 38-yard line.
Interesting thing about Saxon, he averages 43 yards a kick in September and October, and only 39 yards a kick in November and December.
This one is a high wobbler. Konechny all the way back to the 27-yard line. Fair caught there, so it's a 50-yard punt. He must think it's September.
Yeah, he's got the months mixed up.
Look at Cunningham as he comes back on. Philadelphia has 2 timeouts remaining. Dallas has 3. 1:07 remaining in the first half. It's 10-7 Eagles. This game so very, very important to the Philadelphia franchise. A win today and a New York Giant loss against the Jets, and the Eagles can win the NFC East. And then, of course, the other scenario is getting in as a wild card. Cunningham looks right, drills it, has it complete to the 37-yard line, and the Eagles go up to their hurry-up offense. So Keith Jackson bounces off the turf after his 7th catch, and they line up quickly. Cunningham again looks for Jackson, incomplete at the 45, and Jackson was open. That stops the clock with 46 seconds.
You know, talking to Bill Walsh, who I think is one of the great line coaches in the National Football League and was with me for 15 years at Kansas City, he said earlier they tried to rush Tamburelli in the game and also Singletary. They weren't ready, and they had to go back to the existing people, Baker and Alexander, and their efficiency picked up tremendously.
3rd down and 2. Cunningham. Incomplete, thrown in the direction of Ron Johnson. Again, excellent coverage by Robert Williams.
And overall, the pass protection for Philadelphia has been very good, Tim.
So John Telchik now comes back to punt for Philadelphia. Kelvin Martin is deep for the Cowboys, standing at his own 25. And Dallas has all 3 of its timeouts remaining with 42 seconds left in the half.
I'd go after the kick here if I could to try to block it.
There's a flag, and it's going to be holding against the Eagles. Martin will fair catch this one at about the 15-yard line, but there is a flag.
On the flow, the perimeter signal.
Somebody just about tackled Vince Albritton. 49-yard punt. They'll take that off the boards, and they'll bring it back.
Illegal motion, 56. 5 yards, still 4th down. Penalty is accepted.
You know, here again, Tim, 34 seconds. I would try to get a big play with a block kick with this position at this particular time with the kicking position on the field.
6 penalties against the Eagles and 4 against Dallas. And the Eagles waste another good punt. So Telchik will be standing now on his own 15-yard line. And the clock's down to 34 seconds.
See if they rush or whether they have a return out here. Let's take a look at it. Here they come.
Coming hard. Telchik booms this one. Martin will go all the way back to his 17-yard line. So the Cowboys gain only a yard after the penalty. A 52-yard punt.
Well, you talk about a boomer. He really got into that one.
The clock has 27 seconds remaining on it as the Cowboy offense comes back onto the field. It's 10-7 Eagles. Tim Brandt and Hank Strand with you. Texas Stadium on a glorious day in Texas. 65 degrees.
And Cowboys have 3 timeouts. You brought the bulletproof coat today, too, Tim. You thought it was going to be chilly.
Pelleur is just 4 for 13 and 41 yards, but he has 31 interceptions. Straight ahead to Hershel Walker. They'll just run the clock out. Crowd doesn't like that.
Well, I'm sure the Cowboys feel satisfied. They like to be ahead, but they don't want to take a chance and make a mistake. They're satisfied if you finish this half 10-7.
Tackle was made by Reggie White and Jerome Brown, and that'll do it for the first half. First quarter was all Dallas. Second quarter, all Philadelphia. And at the end of the first half, our score, the Eagles 10, the Cowboys 7.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Subaru. We built our reputation by building a better car. First Brands Corporation, makers of new STP Supra wear control. And by Tots Champagne. Experience Tots tonight.